Welcome everybody to Honorbound: Redemption of the New Guard, the new D&D game that we are doing here over on Koibu's channel. This is going to be the 5th edition. It's a rule set for D&D, and we're going to be playing through the starter package that just got released the other day. So that's how it's going. Let's do a quick round of introductions because you may know some of us, but not all of us. I, of course, am Neil or Koibu. You guys know me. You also should know Ryan from Dicing with Death, who is
Hello.
that way from me.
I know where I
And
am.
you guys might recognize Chucky from
I'm the guy with
around
the crown.
here. Yeah, one of the mods in chat. And Justin over here should be a new guy to all of you. Justin's been a friend of Ryan and ours for basically, I don't know, junior high, high school, for a long time. And between Justin, Ryan, and myself, we have something like 54 years of D&D experience.
Goodness gracious.
Not intimidated. Not intimidated at all.
Yeah. So, Chucky had better produce a very good game for us, otherwise we're just going to rip him to shreds. So, well, guys, let's figure out what we're going to play. Unless you have anything that you want to start off by saying. Any opening words?
Let's dig in.
Let's begin.
For you guys?
Play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Some people on your channel should know me because I was on that episode of One Shots.
You were on that
was,
episode
indeed.
of One Shots, if people are clever and remember, but that was a while ago. That was
Yeah, but it was like your best episode of One Shots.
That's not too far off from the truth. That was a good one. Yeah. So I was interested in playing the Halfling Rogue. Does anyone want to steal the Rogue away from me?
I think we had already settled on the characters, but
It's all you.
make drama out of it.
We were going to make drama out of it, Ryan, until you spoiled it and made it totally normal.
Oh.
Yeah.
We could have done like a white elephant sort of thing, where you draw a character at random and we get to steal it. It's our turn to pick.
Well,
Haha.
too bad. So
I
I'm
don't-
going to definitely play the Rogue, and I'm naming myself Motten Bumbletoes.
Mott and Bubbletoes.
Motten Bumbletoes is my name.
Wow.
Well, I'm a
Wow.
halfling, so
That's a special name.
it's,
Yeah, so what?
yeah.
Do you want to like read through, I don't know, like your personality crap?
Yeah, but why
Tell
don't
us
we
a
like
little about
figure
your
out what you
character.
guys are playing as well?
Okay.
All right.
Unless you need time to like think of a character name.
Yeah. So I was going to play the human fighter, the melee fighter.
The noble,
The noble, yes,
the
indeed.
lawful neutral noble.
Quit spoiling my character. I thought we were putting that off until after we decided.
And Justin, what are you gonna play?
I was going to play the cleric.
As in, you didn't want to play the cleric, but someone needed to play the cleric.
No, I actually I prefer spellcaster, so it was cleric or wizard, and I would rather not die. So cleric's fun.
Someone always gets stuck with the dwarven cleric, though. Like,
Always.
yeah,
That's
it's only
that's
Justin
how
for a
D&D
little
goes.
while. For a little while. When we go into the real version, I think Ryan might play a cleric.
Yeah, depending on how we roll stats and whether I can, but
Yeah.
that was the character idea that's kicking around.
So, let's talk about our characters, all right? Let's get a little intro into who we are. As I said before, I'm Motten Bubbletoes. I'm a halfling rogue. My background, because apparently we have, like, specific titles for your backgrounds, I'm a little sketchy on that. We'll see how that plans out. I'm a criminal, because I'm a rogue. My alignment is neutral. I have, 8 strength, 16 dex, 12 con, 13 intelligence, 10 wisdom, and 16 charisma. My personality traits are I never have a plan, but I'm great at making things up as I go along. Also, the best way to get me to do something is to tell me I can't do it. My ideals are people. I'm loyal to my friends, not to any ideals. Everyone else can take a trip on the river Styx for all I care. My bonds... Well, I have a bond with my aunt, whose name is Quellinine Alderlade. She has a farm in Fandolin, and I always give her some of my ill-gotten gains. And my aunt must never know of the deeds I did as a member of the Red Bands, a local band of outlaws, which are terrible and ferocious, that I was a part of, that I got, booted out of because someone tried to stab me in the back, and now I'm out for revenge, but in addition, trying to do the normal campaign stuff that we do along. Yeah, but I'm just your, pretty standard halfling rogue. A little bit more on the personal side of things, a little bit less wanderlusty, and that's me. One of you guys
So,
go.
Ryan.
All right, I will be playing Fenric of Corlin Hill. I am a human noble, a fighter. I guess I'll go and read through these little personality dealies. As goofy as they are, I think they'll help us get into our pre-gen characters. So, personality trait. My flattery makes those I talk to feel wonderful and important. Also, I don't like to get dirty, and I won't be caught dead in unsuitable accommodations. Ideal. Responsibility. It is the duty of a noble to protect the common people and not bully them. My bond is my great axe, a family heirloom. It is by far my most precious possession. And my flaw, I have a hard time resisting the allure of wealth, especially gold. Wealth can help me restore my legacy. And I'm not going to read all of the background, but I guess my family, whatever, my lands, I guess, were destroyed in a volcanic eruption 30 years ago.
Oh, shit.
So although I am a noble, I am set to inherit nothing. And that sort of ties into that last flaw there. Wealth can help me restore my legacy. And as Neil said, I am lawful neutral. So sort of, I believe in duty and obeying the law, but have very little interest in helping the common folk or being a good person.
I thought you said it was in your personality traits to help the common folk.
Was it?
I think
Yeah,
that was
Is
like
the duty of the
phrase.
noble to protect the common people? Okay, sure. We'll see how this develops. Any,
And by the way, you're the one. Which is your personal goal on the back? See if I got the
Mine?
right one.
personal goal. I
It's
didn't even.
On the
It's on the back.
background.
it's the only
personal-
lawful
okay.
neutral fighter that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
noble.
To civilize Phandalin.
Good.
So, yeah. Because it's impractical to rebuild my family lands, I will be trying to civilize whatever this Phandalin place we're going to is.
You're gonna get
You are-
Phandalin over there, I bet. Phandalin sounds like a terrible name for a city. There's Phandalers everywhere, guys. Watch out. Hide your
Fonders.
kids.
Hide your
Justin,
wives.
who are you? Who are you, Justin?
Okay, so my dwarf name is Thorin Oakart, but my stage name is Peter Vern, right? I was trained as a soldier on the island of Mintarn, and I traveled to Neverwinter as part of a mercenary company. But I was out of my mercenary company. I disobeyed my orders because they told us to clear the street performers off the streets, and I was like, no, I love the street performers too much. So now I've decided to go into being an actor.
You're a dwarven cleric who's an actor?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I'm not a good actor, but I'm trying.
And
And
that's cool with your god?
yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Don't be acting like you know about dwarf gods.
I don't. I just don't know if it like requires you to do a certain number of like plays for charity, or if a certain amount of that has to be tithed, or are you
I haven't-
only allowed to do like certain religious plays?
I haven't gotten a part yet, so
Oh, okay.
I'm,
cross that
I'm,
bridge when we get
I'm an
to it.
aspiring actor.
All right.
I'm always polite and respectful. Also, I don't trust my gut feelings, so I tend to wait for others to act. So I'm super indecisive. So yeah, it works.
All right.
I have the ideals for respect. People deserve to be treated with dignity and courtesy. Bonds. I have 3 cousins: Gundren, Tharden, and Nuno Rockseeker, who are my friends and cherished clan members. And Neil, this is important to you.
Uh-oh.
Flaws. I secretly wonder whether the gods care about mortal affairs at all. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just like whatever.
Yeah. What do you have? He answers my prayers, but damn it, he won't let me dance. Worst god ever.
And then my personal goal is to teach the Red Brands a lesson. So I've heard from the Darren Ardermoth in the town of Philandia is looking for people to encourage and principle to teach some bullies a lesson. And I'm assuming they're bullying actors, and that's why I'm interested.
Okay. Well, can't have those poor street actors getting tossed around by the local hoodlums.
You know, street performers are not treated as well as they deserve for the amount of joy they bring into our lives. Think about it.
I actually agree with that. I like street performers. I like street performers a lot. I've always stopped and listened to them when I was visiting other places because in Romania I have nothing like that.
I have very little experience with street performers.
Yep.
Really? You live in San Francisco, don't you?
Yeah, I don't get out very
Oh,
much.
okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I
look at this
live in my
kid.
cave. I leave the house a few days a week.
Is this Neil or his character?
Neil. My character gets out all the time.
How's your dungeon going?
He doesn't have a dungeon. He's a rogue.
I was
It'd be
talking
awesome.
about you, not your cat.
It'd be awesome to have a house with a dungeon.
When I grow up and when I can build my own house, my house is going to have a secret dungeon and secret sliding walls.
A grave
has to-
dungeon?
There might be grapes in the dungeon, but it's not going to be a dungeon built for grapes.
Have to get tunnels that can go outside so you can sneak out in the night.
Oh, believe me, Chucky, I've been thinking about this for decades. Literally decades.
All right, so now that we have, I was going to say, introduced our character, let's turn it over to Chucky and see where.
So, you guys should be able to see, I don't know, chat, if chat is able to see the map
Let's give
of
him
the
a
place
view of
you're
the
in.
map.
Yes, this map
Yeah.
came along with the starter set.
This is actually not the map of the starter set. This
It's
is
a
actually a
slightly
player version of
edited,
it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Like,
pretty
you
much the
don't
exact
see
same thing.
any.
Yeah.
You don't see any of the secret locations you
Okay.
guys are not supposed to see about.
Okay.
Anyway,
Whoops, it's not like we all have the map sitting right next to us right now.
Yeah, I trust you. My trust is great.
Mhm.
You guys are in the Sword Coast of the Forgotten Realms in the Dungeons and Dragons universe. Let's see what you guys are doing here. So, in the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gudrun Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandalin, a couple of days' travel southwest of the city. Gudrun was clearly excited, more than a little secretive about his reasons for this trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his surprise safely to Barden's Provisions, a trading post in Phandalin. He then set out ahead of you on a horse, along with a warrior escort called Sirdar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. You've spent the last few days following the high road southwest of Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the tribal trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. So you have this cart pulled by 2 oxen. Who's driving this cart?
Probably the outgoing, charismatic rogue that I am.
Yeah, certainly not me. I am not going to get dirty. This is
Is it an open wagon?
common work.
Yeah, it is an open wagon. Like, you don't have any sheets covering it up in the back.
Okay.
So, and you guys, where are you staying? Are you staying in the cart or are you riding by?
I'm up front in the driver's seat, driving the wagon.
I am sitting in the cart. Do you have a proficiency in driving vehicles?
You don't need any proficiency to drive this oxen cart.
Okay.
So you just drive
I mean, it's not like
an
you need a
easy job for
proficiency,
anybody.
but you need a. I mean, but it helps, right?
No, I do not have a light vehicles proficiency.
Whatever they
No,
call
it's
it.
for this card specifically says you need nothing to drive it. It's just
But in the case
easy
of a
because oxen.
high-speed chase, it might be nice to have,
Yeah.
a trained
Well,
driver take
well.
the wheel. Okay.
Who
I
knows
immediately
what-
start the campaign by turning to the rest of my party and go, guys, does anyone have a short sword I can borrow? Or if you don't have a short sword, a dagger. I could really use a short sword or a dagger.
I actually have none of those things,
All I have is hand
but I have an
axes and
excess of
warhammers.
javelins.
I will take... You said you have a hand axe?
I have 2 hand axes. For some
That falls under simple weapon, doesn't it?
Yes, I believe
I think it
so.
does. Yeah.
Yep.
I will take one of your hand axes off of you if you don't mind, sir.
Well, he's easily influenced by people, apparently, so he'll just hand you the hand axe. That's fine.
Thank you, my dwarven friend. What was your stage name again? I seem to have forgotten.
Peter Verne.
Peter Verne. What a strange name. How'd you come up with Peter Verne?
Well, there are actually several famous dwarf actors. And it's sort of a hybrid of 2 of the ones that I admire most.
Interesting.
Not sure who the Vern is, but
Dwarven actors.
Danny DeVerno?
Who knows?
My
Okay,
name is
so you
Martin
guys
Bond.
have been traveling for some time, and you've been on the tribal trail for about half a day. As you come around the bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. What do you guys do?
just a quick question: Are we traveling in the company of
No,
what are their names?
It's just-
Rockster and
It's just
Hallwinter?
us.
So the knight
Gungeon
and the dwarf.
Rockseeker have gone in front to take care of
Okay.
business.
Okay, so they are already at Phandalin.
They're ahead of
You-
us
You don't
somewhere.
know.
Okay.
Wait, so can you describe the scene again that we walk into?
Okay, so just like literally 50 feet in front of you, there are two black horses on the ground with feathered arrows into them sticking out. They're blocking the path. And the forest comes very close to the road on
I
this side.
immediately stop the wagon when I see the dead horses.
That's
How
that's
far
pretty
out,
easy to do.
how far out are the horses from where we stop?
He said
50 feet in front of you.
50
All right,
feet?
so I jump out the back of the wagon, great
Okay.
axe in hand, and approach to survey the scene.
Okay, what do you others do?
I loose my short sword and hand axe, which really should be a finesse weapon. I gotta switch this out for short sword later on, guys, like badly. And I will approach from, like 10, 15 feet behind my buddy.
Yeah, I say, keep your distance, Bumbletoes. This looks dangerous.
I'm not gonna bumble into it. Jesus. I know what I'm doing. You always underestimate us little folk.
I look at this as a fantastic opportunity to gain real life experience for my roles, so I'm gonna like walk right behind the fighter,
Okay, great.
sort
so
of
you
like
guys are-
bouncing and skipping along, like yes.
This is
Are
so
you-
exciting.
Dwarf, are you armored at all?
I have chainmail on.
Peter? Okay. Yeah, I have chainmail as well. So, all right.
Okay, so I'd like. What is your name, Ryan?
Fenric is my
character's name?
character's name. I haven't changed it in like 20.
Fenwick. Yeah, change it so I can. But yeah, Fenwick. I'd like for you to do me one. Give me your passive.
Passive
wisdom.
perception is 13.
Okay, like you
Let
do
me
me
know
a
if you-
spot. Yeah, a perception check. I think.
So you want me to
it's
roll?
called. Yeah, I want you to roll.
10.
Okay, no, only him. Actually, everybody can roll it because you're pretty close to him. You know that
Wait,
far
if you
away.
want a passive, we're not rolling.
No,
Yeah.
I was looking at the passive, and I wanted your passive. Like, what's your passive thing, so I can write it down for
10.
future use. Yep.
You don't have the
So,
character
feel
sheets right next to you?
My passive is
I'm not sure which one is yours.
Okay.
I'm just jumping through them. Okay, so let's. Did you roll? Mutton Bumbo Toes.
10.
Roll me your perception.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, you need to roll a perception check.
All right. R, what is it? D20 plus. Perception is 0. Awesome.
Awesome. Let's see how you do.
Oh, it's not exclamation point. This is not Koibu chat. This is roll 20. 14.
Well, none of you notice that there are some hidden guys, little creatures in the bushes to the
I
side.
don't think you're supposed
How
to
do we
tell us
not
if we don't
notice that?
notice.
You don't
How-
you
we
don't notice
actively
because
don't
they
notice
shoot
it?
you. You
Okay.
actively don't notice as they shoot at you and with an
So we-
advantage because they surprise you.
So we notice as we notice them
Exactly.
when they
as
shoot
they
us.
shoot us.
As they shoot you. As
Yes.
they shoot you. So let's see. 2 shots are going at our warrior that is currently
I am the
going
biggest
in
target.
front. Yup. And one
Now,
of
now,
them
you're
is an
just big
18.
boned.
I have AC 17.
Oh, so one hits and one misses. Let's see how much damage you take. No, this is small damage. Wanted more. You take 3 points of damage as the shot hits you, and then we have our other 2 hits going one at Bumbotoes and what Justin's what's your character name?
Thorn Oakheart. But
Thorn
my
Oakheart.
stage name is
Okay.
Peter Vern.
Peter Vern. One going at Peter Vern. So natural 20. That's the first crit of this game.
There's no
So-
crits in this game.
Well,
They haven't
Martin-
released the rules for those yet.
No, they have. It's in the
It's
book.
just double damage, right?
Yeah.
It's just double damage, yeah.
But it's dumb because
So-
it's on a 20. Like, natural 20 is always
Yeah.
a crit, no matter what. That's
A natural one. is
God,
what it
God
is.
damn it, Mutton.
Unless
You
you're a
take
thief. If
only
you're a
2
thief, you
damage.
can't roll a natural 1. It's. I have an ability, if you roll a natural 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die.
Oh yeah, it's half.
Oh,
it's
that's
a
a
racial
nice
ability.
ability.
You're lucky.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a little broken. Which is cool for now.
Okay, so Mutton, you take 2 damage from that critical hit. You feel it deep in your body as the pain surges through it. And then let's have our last attack, which is a miss on
2 damage
again.
from a critical hit?
Yes, 2 damage on a critical hit.
You rolled double ones.
That's not even possible.
Actually, it is.
It is.
Alright.
2d6.
How far are they? How far away from us are they?
They're about 15 feet on each side, but there's this embankment that you need to cross, which will take you more movement.
So is it difficult terrain or something?
Yeah, it is difficult terrain.
Okay. So do we need to roll initiative or?
Yep,
Did
they
they
need
just-
to roll me initiative right now.
That was surprise
No,
round?
they got the surprise round. So we need now to roll initiative and see who goes first.
11.
11.
16.
Nice. Let me just write these things down. And see who goes first. Oh, they roll a 9, which is not good at all. So, Mutton, feel free to go first.
All right. So they are how far away from us right now?
About 15 feet.
15,
you?
1-5?
Yeah, 1-5.
Oh,
They're
super
literally
easy peasy.
behind thickets.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
they'll
would
wait
like
for
to
people
rush
to
up to the right up to the one near me, and then I want to hold my turn until after one of my allies gets there, and then once one of my allies gets there, I want to make my 2 attacks.
Okay, so you're doing a ready attack, and that's your that's when your ready attack goes when
Right.
this happens.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So-
Then we have Justin.
Okay.
Go on. Go on, Ryan.
There's 2 on each side of the road.
Yeah, there are 2 on each side of the road.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Justin, it's your turn.
Second. So I guess they're in range for Sacred Flame. So I'm just gonna
yes, they are.
Sacred Flame the nearest one. Which
Not the
do
one
I-
I'm standing next to.
Okay. The
All
focus
of them
fire,
are
right?
kinda. Yeah, all of them are kinda near you. Right. It's like you choose your target.
Okay, I'll pick the one not standing directly next to the rogue.
Okay, good. So you're shooting on the other side of the fuel
Yeah.
of the road. Okay, good.
And it doesn't have an attack roll. It's the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Or take 1d8
Well, let's see if it
radiant.
does.
And the DC is based on your wisdom.
Yeah.
So it's right, and your level or something
Don't
like
you
that,
still have to make
and
an
your
attack roll?
proficiency.
It doesn't say anything
No.
about attacking.
I think it's spells are usually either an attack roll or a
Yeah. Spells do
saving
get
throw. It's one or the
proficiency as
other.
well.
Yeah, so it's your proficiency. I think is it not your proficiency and your wisdom bonus?
Yep.
I think, yeah.
If you are
Your
displaying your holy
proficiency
symbol, you
goes
get your
into
proficiency.
your proficiency goes into melee attacks as well as spells in this new edition.
The saving throw to resist a spell is 13 for me.
Okay, so did you save that with a 16, which is unfortunate for Steve again. It's
Peter.
Peter. Okay, then let's go next to Ryan. So Ryan, what are you doing?
All right, I will move over to the what's his face?
Rogue.
Yeah,
Mutton.
where
Bumbletoes?
Bumbletoes is standing, and attack the one next to him. Not
Okay,
the one.
but
Okay.
as you move towards his ready attack goes, so like when
So he goes
you go
first.
at him, yeah, Neil goes first. Mutton
So it's going to be
Bumbletoes.
2d20, keep highest 1
K1.
plus 5 for my short sword attack.
Yeah.
Boom!
23. That's a hit. That's a hit.
And then I still have advantage. Except no, I can only use sneak attack on. No, but I have advantage either way.
Yeah,
Yep.
you don't need a sneak attack, or you don't need to be hiding to have a sneak attack. You just need advantage.
Okay, I actually probably should not have rolled that 2d20 KH1 then, because I don't
What is the
actually have
KH1?
advantage on this situation. Keep the highest roll. I actually
Oh.
don't have advantage in this situation. I don't think. You don't get flanking advantage, do you?
We were
I
not
haven't
entirely
seen
sure of that.
anything on flanking. In the,
Yeah,
in the
you don't
template.
have advantage. You can just sneak attack.
Okay.
So
Well,
Okay, so you did you both your attacks? Well,
no,
you
I
have
haven't
two
done my
attacks.
other
They're
one.
doing.
My other one's D20 plus 1.
Okay.
I think. I'm double checking. Yeah, because it's strength based, and then I get my proficiency bonus, so yeah, it's only plus 1. And that's a 7.
Sam, that's a mess. You
But
strike
Alright.
too high.
the other one is D6 plus 3 for damage.
Did
Oh,
you
but I can apply my sneak attack
You,
damage.
yeah, you do,
That's
you
hit-
do a sneak attack.
So that'd be
did you hit
2d6.
on either? What did you hit on? Those are
18
two
plus
misses, aren't
5?
they?
18 plus
That-
5?
Is that why'd you? But you didn't have advantage, did you? Or you did?
No, he didn't have advantage, but say that he attacked with 4 and then 18. He still
Okay,
hit
then
one of them.
then the
Like,
non
4
short
was the
sword
first
hits.
miss, and the second one was
Yeah,
your
so that
attack.
would just be a flat 2d6 then in this situation.
Yep.
Which is 7.
7 attack. You plunge your sword deep into this goblin, and it shrieks out in pain, and crumples down to the ground.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's one of the goblins down.
So I will strike at the goblin next to it.
Do that.
Boom!
God
23.
damn it! My poor goblins. Poor goblins. Okay,
I'm
do
gonna roll
damage.
for damage, even though I probably don't need to. 9
Yep,
damage.
Like he just saw his friend going down, and he saw you coming towards him, and you just stabbing him in the neck, and he
You didn't have
falls.
time to
down.
react. I mean, they were within like a second of each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's
These are
like a
6-second
fraction. And
combat rounds, so it's like
he saw his death in front of him, and he couldn't even move to do anything about it. So now we go to the other two goblins that are on the other side of the road. They let out a flurry of arrows at. Change your name in Roll20 because they constantly forget your name. Steve.
Peter.
Peter again. It's the second time I saved Steve. What do I have with Steve?
You're
Anyway,
in the upper right-hand corner, Justin.
Peter. So, yeah, the cogwheel thing. They let out a flurry of arrows at you because you're the closest target. Let's see how that goes.
Since when is
what's
2
your
arrows
AC?
a flurry?
Ah, flurry. It's for them it seems a flurry. They're small creatures. What's your AC?
my AC is 18.
No fair. How is your? Do you have a shield or something?
Wait. What?
That's what it says on my character. Yeah, I have a shield and chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 12 on the wizard. What?
He's not playing
He's
a
not
wizard.
playing a wizard.
I'm a cleric.
Oh, here's the quirk. Exactly. That's me making a
You don't
mistake.
need to. You don't need to worry about our character sheets.
one of them
Give,
hits you,
give
but
us
the other
something. It's the
misses.
only thing we're in charge of in the game.
Okay. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna throw them. You do take 3 points of damage, Peter Verne.
All right.
Okay. Now we go back to Mutton.
I looked to the other side. Can I spot any of the goblins over on that edge?
Yep. Yeah, you can see both of the goblins. They've been shooting out and they're standing up, so it's not hard to spot them.
Cool. Wait, since I held my action last turn, do I go at that point or do I go at the original?
No, you go at that
initiative
point. You have basically
roll? So
in
should
your
I
turn
go
you can do
after
a move.
Ryan?
No. You have a move in your turn, and you can choose to do a ready action. And ready action comes up whenever whenever what you said happens. Like when he comes down,
And
when
it doesn't
Ryan
affect
came,
my
it doesn't
personal
affect your
initiative
initiative.
roll.
Yeah, it doesn't change your initiative. At least not according
But
to the
it-
starter set rules.
Your cam is kind of
Yeah,
frozen.
I know. I'm working on it. It's been acting up. Trying to fix it. Cool. I will just hop on over to that next goblin, get myself in a very close position, and wait for
I
reinforcements.
think they're too
to
far
arrive.
away. They're like 60 feet away from us, and there's difficult terrain in between.
There's difficult terrain. Yeah, two little parts of difficult terrain, and it's about 30 feet in total
Okay.
from there.
Oh, it's 30 feet from the difficult terrain, or from me to them.
No, from you to them.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Then
But
I
you
will
have
do
difficult
a
terrain.
move and a dash.
Okay, so you managed to make it in front of one of these goblins.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the end of your turn, and we go now to Peter Verne, not Steven.
No, not Steven.
Not
I'm not
Steven.
sure where that came from. I will move closer and try Sacred Flame again.
Okay, let's see what he. Oh,
It's a dexterity save versus 13.
yeah. He owes a 1. You should feel free to go on with that attack.
And let's see. Roll 1d8 plus 3.
This guy is singed by your attack badly, but he's still standing, and he says, "Peony humans, I will eat your marrow. I'll suck it from your bones." And then it's turn of Fenwick.
I take a moment to
What
be
do you do?
flattered that he thinks I'm human, that my acting's gotten that far along.
So there's no charge in this, is there?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
Not
So I will
as of
move
yet.
my full movement, which I guess is probably only 15 feet if it's through difficult terrain,
Mm.
and then I will huck a javelin.
Are the one that's wounded or the other one?
The one that's wounded.
Okay.
8 miss.
Oh, that's a miss. That's a miss.
Well, if he's not going to move all the way up to me, if I see him like pause and stop to throw a javelin, I will finish up my attack without the.
You can't make an attack. Your dash was your only action.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought I had a ready action. Never mind. I'm crazy.
Okay. Then it's the goblin's turn again. They look at each other and they seem to not be faltering in their relentless attack. So they continue on shooting. One at Mutton and the other one at Peter Verne. So, Peter, you take a 19 in the face, which is 6 points of damage.
We're gonna.
Ow.
This priest is gonna go down.
I can heal myself.
Yeah.
Heal myself.
Not to put too fine a point on it.
Oh, and Mutton, he shoots too high above your head. You're completely okay.
I shout, "Leave the little people alone."
Hey, who you're calling little?
We shall eat you all. Okay, Mutton, go.
Well, since I'm standing next to this guy, I'm just going to make my 2 attacks against him.
I shout, "I will be at your side as soon as I can."
D20
Hint, hint.
plus
Hint, hint.
D20 plus 5, 11,
That's a miss.
and a 6.
And that's another miss.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's your turn. So we go back again to Peter Verne, who is how much HP do you have, Peter?
25
Left?
feet, and I've moved twice.
No,
So-
how much HP hit points do
Oh,
you
I
have
have
left?
I have 2 HP left. I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
That's my
So
I heal myself for
Good.
9, so I'm at full health.
my damage. It just went away like that. With a tear going down. Okay, and finally, Fenwick.
Alrighty. I close the remaining 15 feet between me and the goblins and attack the unwounded one with my
Okay.
axe. Ouch! Critical miss.
Ow,
Fortunately,
quick.
there's no rules for that at this point in time.
There's no fumble. There's no fumble yet. These two goblins, after seeing Peter Verne just healing himself, are not happy with what just happened. So they're gonna both take a disengaged action and start running away into the thickets. But if they took the disengage, so they can't move very far. So they're basically just 30 feet away from where they were last time.
Is there difficult terrain in between us?
No, there's not. I mean, it's a forest, but it's you're not in the dense part of the forest. The thicket terrain was basically the embankment.
Okay.
Well, so let's go on. They're trying to run. They don't seem to be very happy about their chances in defeating you here. So Martin, you start first.
Well, if they're running, I'm going to make a move after them and a. Can I do? I can declare to do non-lethal damage, right?
Yeah, you can declare to do none.
Cool. I will want to do
Except
non-lethal
you're-
damage.
Your speed is only 25, isn't it?
Are they 30 feet from me?
Yeah,
pretty
they are
sad.
30 feet.
They have a speed of 30? Or does
Yeah,
disengage move 5 feet?
yes, no, the goblins have a speed of 30. So what they do, they use the disengage action, so their movement doesn't cause attack of opportunity, and
Yeah.
just run around to the full speed.
Right. I didn't see any rules about switching weapons. What is
Uh,
the...
It takes
You can drop your weapon,
as a
but
free,
and take
and you
another
can
one.
draw a weapon as like a. I think you can draw a weapon for free, but you can't properly sheath it without taking an action.
Okay, because I
Exact-
didn't see that anywhere in this book that I read last night.
They mention it somewhere, or maybe it's in the rules on the PDF.
Okay.
It
I
may
thought
be
the
in the
PDF
basic
rules
rules, I
was
think.
this exact same thing.
No, I think it's a little more detailed.
Okay. Cool. Well, then I will just drop my 2 weapons on the ground, pull out my bow, and I get 1 shot per round with a bow, or 2 shots per round with a bow.
One.
Okay.
Just one.
I thought I read about something getting 2 shots per round.
Nothing ever. They simplified it greatly, so everything is one action.
D20 plus 5 to hit. 10. Ugh.
Oh shit, that's not gonna cut it, Martin. Bumbletoes.
Bumbletoes.
It's not gonna cut it. Okay, and next one to try and take his shot is Fenwick. But Fenwick, you're still in the middle of the road.
Isn't the dwarf before me? I'm not in the middle of the road.
Oh yeah, I'm
Isn't-
sorry, you're not in
I'm
the
right
middle
next
of
to-
Peter.
Isn't
Peter.
the dwarf
Yes.
before me?
Peter,
Yeah.
Peter is the middle of the
Yeah.
road. That's what I was.
Yeah.
I'll move up in Sacred Flame again.
Okay, what's your
which has a
on
range of
Sacred
60 feet. It's 60 feet.
Ah, yeah, you're okay. You're okay. So try and do that. Are you doing it on the wounded one or on the non-wounded one?
I'll do it on the wounded one.
Okay, good. Go on.
Well, it's a dexterity save for them.
You're right.
All right. Neil,
And
on page 9, it says you can. It says like other activity on your turn. I mean, it's only like a paragraph, but
Okay.
it's in there.
so
It
he
says you can
fails.
draw
So you can
as
do
part of your
damage.
attack.
Okay.
Peter, you can feel free to do damage. He fails his dex save. In his attempt to run away, he's not that dexterous.
And it's actually just a flat 1d8 radiant. Oh, I rolled 8
Yep.
though.
You just burn him to crisp. Just
Right.
burn him to crisp, and he shrieks. His friend seems to be even more adamant on running away from you guys.
Okay. All right.
Go,
halt
Fenwick.
and face your justice.
Halt and face your justice?
And I strike him in twain with my great axe.
Yeah. You just run over him and you cut the little fucker down, and he's dead. He's dead. You just like chop off, like the axe goes in the side and almost chops off the hand as he screams. Blood is squirting, and he's dead on the ground. So that's your goblin encounter. But Fenwick, as you go to where he was, you see something. Just beyond, like 10 feet in front of you, beyond some bushes, you can see a road, rough road, made for basically not carts. What do you call it? A foot road. That's hidden.
Huh. All right. I shout to the rest of the party. I say, I see some sort of footpath over here.
Hold on, I'm checking the bodies. I proceed to go and anybody that's near me, starting with the 2 that we killed in melee. I'm going to just go lighten whatever coin purses they might have had, and then go make my way to loot the 2 dead bodies by the horse.
Yeah,
Loot the horses.
I will
You would-
investigate the path at this time.
And eventually Neil will remember to ask if they have a short sword.
Oh, that's what I
So-
mean by loot them. I'm looking
So
for
after
weapons.
you loot them, you find that they don't have any money on them. They do have scimitars, 1 each, and short bows, 1
The
each.
goblins have scimitars?
Yeah, scimitars.
Fucking goblins are so stupid. No money and scimitars. Who uses a scimitar?
Goblins.
I know, stupid goblins. I should use short swords.
Oh,
Oh, it doesn't matter. I
Scimi-
totally. Oh wait, dude, shit! I don't have.
you can
martial
use a
melee.
scimitar. I think it's the same thing. Oh no, you don't. I
No,
think it's
I'm
not,
not
in
proficient.
simple weapons.
I could pick it up, but I'm not
It's-
proficient with it.
Because it's not a simple weapon.
Yeah, but you know what? That's still better than the hand axe.
It's finesse. You just lose your proficiency bonus. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, it's way better. I pick up one of the scimitars and toss the hand axe casually to the dwarf. Thanks for the axe, dwarf.
Okay, and
That's
add
your best
the-
halfling voice.
Thanks for the axe, dwarf.
That's a little better. You're welcome.
That's
Oh.
something else you do see at when trying with the horses. You see, the saddlebags have been already looted, and nearby lies an empty leather map case.
Okay, I check the saddlebags for any signs of who they might have been from, and I also look to see if there's any trace of bodies nearby. Anyone else that might... Are there bodies, or is it just horses?
Only the horses, from what it seems.
Are there any other signs of an ambush?
Well, it's pretty obvious that there was an ambush as the horses lay down with black arrows into them. But something else that Mutton does manage to figure out is, wait, these horses are similar. This leather map case, I know this. And you remember that Gudrun Rockseeker had the same leather map case when he told you that, we found something big, and he pointed to that, and the same horses. The exact same horses.
I kind of tentatively walk up to Peter, and I put my hand around his shoulder and like, Peter, buddy, I've got some bad news. You know
What?
how we were supposed to be delivering these things for your cousin, Grumble Snatch, or whatever his name is?
Grundon?
Well, hey, look, that's not what his girlfriend calls him. I'm just saying. Anyway, I think this is his horse and his saddlebags, and the horse is dead and he's not here. So I don't know how to say this, but I think your brother's dead, and by brother I mean cousin,
No.
the one whose girlfriend calls you Grumble Snatch. Or-
No, we have
Grumble
no.
Snatch.
There's no other sign of. I mean, there's no sign of the blood or the body.
I mean,
Maybe they took him. Maybe they took him alive.
I look for signs of blood or bodies or any sort of other death in the area.
Okay, so you actually need to give me a... I think it's a
Investigation?
perception or investigation. I forget what the skill is called.
Can I get a description of the trail first?
Trail, yeah,
Character's
well...
sort of been skipped.
I'm sorry about that.
We're on to the important things over here, Ryan. Who cares about random trails that rabbits live on?
I mean, I sort of agree, but like, you got to correct these sort of time in discontinuities before they get too out of hand.
So basically,
the trail,
it's a foot trail.
It's a footpath.
that goes...
Does it go east?
You have to give me a second to tell you exactly where it goes. Because... Fucking map. Okay. It goes southeast from where you guys are right now.
Okay,
So
so
towards
it's not
Vandal.
marked on the map.
It's not marked on the map.
But we're
No.
headed, I guess we're headed
It is
south by
hidden.
southeast. Let's just head southeast, though. Okay.
There's no horse. Could a horse? have
Anyway,
through?
and as you, a horse couldn't get through. It's basically a footpath. It's narrow. Only like, one medium creature could walk on it, and maybe
Okay.
two small creatures side to side.
How far out are
but
we
I
from
do-
Fandolin?
You from Fandolin? Right now you're about half stage of travel. So not very much.
A half day of travel?
Yeah.
All right, so I will return back to the road and let these guys keep doing whatever it was they're investigating.
Looking for
so,
signs of death. But maybe like a
Okay,
murder,
so do me that
Grumble Snatch.
do me that investigate check.
Yeah, I'm searching frantically for any signs.
A 7 on the investigate.
You can feel free to do the same thing, Peter.
So we are using investigate.
Yep.
Okay. So I get no modifier on that. That's even worse than this.
You can't find any clues of what happened here other than what I've already told you.
But
Well,
wait,
It doesn't
What's
look
my-
like there's any bodies.
0. Nope. All right.
Nothing. So you guys don't find any bodies. You don't find any blood besides the blood of the creatures on the road. So you can take that however you want.
So why did we have an ox cart? What is
Uh,
an
you
ox
ox
cart?
cart? bro.
You need to deliver the supplies that Gundrum paid you to deliver to Faradum, Farandrum or
Fandolin.
Fandolin. Fandolin.
Hmm. Okay. Well, my little friends.
Hey,
Should we
don't
continue
you take
along?
that bedroom tone with me out here.
Excuse me?
Don't use your bedroom voice when we're talking out in the open like this.
Anyways, should we continue along with our original mission or see where this little goblin path leads?
We have
The
to.
source of these vile creatures.
We have to save Grundon. He could be alive.
I scratch my head. He could be alive or he could be dead. What are we going to do with his supplies, though?
Well, if he's dead, he doesn't need him now, does he?
But the
we
town
won't
of
get
Phandalin
paid.
needs them.
And we won't get paid if we don't deliver him. I'm sure we'll still get paid even if he's not alive. On
Maybe
the
even
other
more.
hand, he is your cousin. He does have a funny name.
Well, you can do whatever you want. I have to go help. I have to go help my cousin. And I
agree.
start.
Phandalin
I-
is the main goal here. As
I start-
troubling as these goblins on the high road are.
I start bumbling off to the road, just sort of like crying into my beard.
Okay, so do you guys follow him or do you continue on with your ox cart?
I look sad and
No,
kind of like,
he's-
oh,
The
Jesus,
dwarf is
are we-
walking down the high road, right? South on the high road?
No, I'm walking down the footpath.
Oh, you
No,
are?
he's going for the.
Yeah.
I sigh heavily and roll my eyes and look at the fighter. I look at Fenric. I'm like, God.
So, okay, hold on. What is in the cart? Is it valuable?
It just
Short sword?
which was
Generic
surprised. Like,
supplies?
Can
Is
I ask
it
you
a
guys if
cache
you
of
have-
short swords?
no, there's no weapons in there. There's just like supplies,
Like short
you have
swords.
iron rations, crowbars, so a couple of torches.
Okay.
I have a
what
list
if
of
we-
these things here.
What if
John?
we hide the... Alright, I'm going to quickly hide the cart. Like, pull it off the road. Or direct the
Wait.
halfling to pull it off the road and hide it in some brush.
Okay. Yeah, I will start to pull the cart off the road. I yell at
And
you to
steer
grab
the
the
ox.
horses. The horse? The
Uh,
ox? Oh, there's only
the
one
ox.
ox.
2 oxen.
2 oxen?
2 oxen.
You think we'll
But
be back
it doesn't
before
seem
night?
like a hard. It doesn't seem like a hard job to do this. Like you could hide it in the forest. Seems like people wouldn't necessarily see them unless they were actually looking for them.
Fenric, do you think that we'll be back by tomorrow? I don't want to leave these oxen here to starve tied to this here cart.
There's grass.
All right.
I hope we'll be back within a few hours, but we'll see where this goblin trail leads.
Damn it, where'd that stupid dwarf get off to?
Come, let's make haste and catch up.
Peter, you jackass!
My vision's a little blurry, so I'm walking slowly.
Okay. So, what's when you finally catch up with him? How do you guys move? Again, like it's space only for one of you guys to go in front. Like you don't really have space to go side by side. So, what's your moving order?
I'm happy to pull up the rear.
I'm not sure I'd let anyone edge past me under these circumstances. I would just keep trying to like be in front and
Okay,
not
that's
really
fine.
paying attention.
I'll be just behind the dwarf.
Yeah.
Does he? How badly wounded does he look?
The dwarf is not wounded at all.
Yeah,
like
I'm at
you,
full
you
health.
saw him
Okay,
take
I know.
arrows in him, but he's still pretty okay.
Okay, I will assume that he healed himself or something.
Yep. So okay, you guys go down this sacred footpath, and at about 10 minutes, I need to ask Peter for his passive perception.
My passive is 13.
Okay, so
I think you should have that stuff sort of like written down, so that you
Yeah,
don't-
it's kind of obvious that something's going down.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I guess
this
it's not as
part
bad
is
as me
okay.
being like, Neil, roll a perception check.
Yeah, it's the-
noticed
it's the same
nothing.
thing.
No, if
It's
that's
the
the best
same-
because that you can ask that question for nothing.
Yeah, I totally do that.
Roll a
I mean,
perception
I
check.
could
Oh,
ask
you
this-
rolled a 24? Well, you didn't see anything. What? What am I missing?
You got to keep your players on their toes.
That's what the DM screen's for. You just start randomly rolling dice, and everyone's like, "What's going on?"
Yep. Oh, I definitely
What's
do that.
happening? What's happening?
Like whenever I'm at a loss and need to think, just start throwing dice. Oh my god, what's
Whatever.
happening?
Okay, so you see a snail in front of you, almost as you go onto
Oh,
it, but
snare. I heard a
sharper than that.
snail.
I heard a snail
A
too.
snare. A snare, guys.
Like
My
a
Romanian accent is
like a
not
drum
helping me.
snare?
No, like a animal snare.
Shh.
Is it
Like a
animal
cross
size, like
between a
big enough
snake
for
and a
rabbit,
hare?
or is it big enough for like a human?
It's big enough for a human.
Okay.
So
Well,
how do you deal with this?
Well, I gesture with the hand and like, stop. There's a trap up ahead.
All right, I sort of
Um,
step aside and let the halfling through my space, and I say, "Bumbletoes, what do you think?" That is actually your name, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some sort of thief skill disarm thingy. I'm not sure how it works though. I believe I
Yeah.
have
You can let me see.
Where's the
The foot is it?
disengage? Not okay.
This doesn't say anything about it. So let's find the skill actually. I was thinking you should say it on the actual trap. How do you disable it? It's not. That's not that nice.
I don't see anything about trap removal, but I thought I read something earlier.
I don't see it anywhere either.
Yeah, me too. I'm just gonna say, like, you see the trap. It's a basic snare, so in your experience as a thief, you can easily just either bypass it or try and cut it down.
Look, guys, just
Without-
don't step there, okay?
I think
Look,
just the
just
thing
step
is
around
you're,
this.
you're proficient with thieves' tools, and thieves' tools give you a bonus to like lock picking and stuff.
I don't even
Yeah, but not to this.
see a
You don't
lock
need thieves'
pick.
Yeah,
tools
but not
to,
for this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you just walk past it.
I pointed out to everyone, I discuss it and analyze it appropriately. You see here, this little thing is connected to that thing, which is going to snare us up into the sky. So really, you just don't have to walk on this, this, or this, and just keep an eye out for that, and we'll just step around it. We don't want to,
Does it trigger anything?
It just triggers a snare. Catches
Well, yeah,
you in a snare, dude.
But does it trigger anything else? Like, is there a mechanism that could warn the person who set the trap that it had been sprung?
I'm sure it will make a noise. Have you ever heard of a silent snare?
Well, I'm just wondering if we can bait people to come out and check it.
Possibly. I don't know for sure. It depends on where they would be located.
Well, but sometimes snares will have like a bell on it, and you
I
trip it.
look
and
for a bell. Do I see a bell?
And then you sort of noise.
I mean, you saw the trap, so you can trace the rope back, and you see no bell. There doesn't seem to be any warning mechanism. It's just
Okay.
a simple snare.
Just ignore it then. and
Yeah,
walk
let's
by
just
it.
go around
Slip
it.
over it
Yeah,
and
the
make a
comment's
mental
either too
note of
stupid or
where
two
it
ways.
was, so we don't trip
Okay.
it on our way back.
So same movement, like dwarf in front.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, good. After
say-
about
I say we should be extra cautious. If they've got the snare set up, we're probably approaching their camp.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So I guess we can roll stealth checks, although...
well,
But then we
can
would move
try.
it half. I think we should try moving stealthily.
You know what?
Or
If
does
we're
that-
gonna do
or
that,
should we
let me peek ahead. You guys are really clanky in that loud metal armor of yours. I mean, for
Excuse
Christ's
me?
sake, you sound like a pair of dwarves instead of just one dwarf.
In Dwarven, I mutter some curse at the...
You
at the
speak
halfling.
Dwarven?
Apparently I do.
Bitch.
I don't know what I say in Dwarven, but...
Alright, I'm gonna make a stealth check.
Who can't curse in Dwarven?
Yeah.
11.
Okay, 11.
If
That's
the
a
non-believer-
terrible stealth check.
Yeah, I mean, high stealth checks, you don't know how good it is. You just know that you're hidden. Other
Yep.
people know how good it is.
Yeah, I creep ahead going from bush to bush with my 11 stealth. And
I mean, how
sneak
much do you
forward.
want to creep ahead for? How much time do you want to creep ahead and until you stop?
I mean, I'll creep ahead by like 50 feet and just like keep waving them forward, and then I'll scoot forward and then wave them forward, and we'll never be closer than 30 feet. But I'll go 50, then they'll come 20, then I'll go 20, then they'll go 20, then I'll go 20, then they'll go 20.
Oh, that's okay. You move slower, but you do still move. After about 20 minutes, you see like the forest is kind of ending. Not yet. It seems there's still a bit of ways until you get to whatever you're going. And well, I'd like you to do me a perception check. Whoever's walking in front.
That would be me. Perception
Yup.
is 0. 19.
Okay,
Easy
so
peasy.
you notice it even before it's even close to you. You know something weird in the middle of the road, and you see another trap, but this is like a fake ground placed by the goblins on the track. So how are you gonna deal with this?
I shake my head and I make a big X in the dirt in front of it, and then kind of like pantomime to the guys. Like, hey, look at this. Huh? Ah.
How big is it? So I guess we'll approach the
Yeah,
trap.
and I kind of like make a
It's
mark on one side and like draw an outline of the area in the dirt with a
so you draw it
stick.
with a stick.
Yeah.
Okay, when you put a stick on it, like you press it a bit more and poof, it falls.
No, around the edge, not on the trap
Oh,
itself, but
the
around
edge.
on the
Oh, okay.
dirt. Yeah, because you can't make a mark on the trap itself; it wouldn't leave a mark. You'd have to do it in the dirt around it.
Okay. So you do that. There's a mark in the
I
middle of the
outline
road.
it and kind of give the players the like or my
So
other characters.
how far across is it?
It's the whole road, so it actually needs to go like
I mean, but
around
how
it.
how
How
long? How
How far across?
It's about 6 feet wide, from what
Okay.
you can see.
So like a 6x6 square, or a 6x2, or a 6x10.
It takes the whole path, so
It takes the whole path, so it's a I think it's a 6x3.
I was gonna look up how jumping works in this system.
You can jump up to your strength ability score, and
Yep.
if you do, and you need to
In
take
what? What do you mean?
a
In
10
feet.
foot and feet.
So if
Exactly.
you have
So I can-
15
I can
strength,
jump-
you can jump 15 feet.
Oh,
If you
Yeah,
have
but
10
you need
feet
to
to run.
take 10 feet or to run. Yeah, exactly.
so does everyone here have at least 6 strength?
I've got 8 strength. I can make it.
That is actually surprisingly close, but we can make it.
Okay. You know.
Okay, so
I run and leap across gracefully.
All right, so we all jump across it.
yep, you all jump across it, and soon after this, a couple of minutes, you find
I think as soon
yourselves.
as we cross it, we go back to the rogue ahead gesture.
Yeah,
still. Rogue ahead.
stealthy
Okay.
scouty.
So
Stealthy scouty guy.
just like very close to you find the exit from the forest. You see to your right there is a little stream that is coming out from a cave. This opening of this cave.
Is this to our left
seems
or
to
to
be
our
where
right?
this is to your right.
Okay.
So this seems to be where the footpath ends, right at the ending of this forest, and this seems where it goes into this little stream. You see that there's a walkable path on the right of the stream.
Mhm.
You want me to do a little map for you guys?
A stream goes into a cave. You can walk on the right side of the stream, but on the left side, you can't.
Yep. On the left side, it's like the stream is on the left side of the entrance of the cave.
How deep
Okay.
is the stream?
That's a good
What?
question.
How deep is the stream?
Do you go and check it?
Can I check it without
Can we
being
see the
visible
bottom?
from the cave mouth?
Yeah, I mean you can go to the stream and look down. It's
Yeah.
not that big. It's about 6 feet deep.
6 feet deep?
Yeah, 6 feet deep.
Oh,
Uh,
that's not a stream. That's a river.
Well, it could be like a channel in the rock.
Yeah.
It could be just like a small trickle of water, but it's just really deep.
It could be. I try and pull the rest of the party away and huddle a few feet away from the cave entrance. Be like, all right, guys, do we think that Grumble Snatch is in there?
I don't know. I think goblins are in there, but the entire realm would be benefited by their removal from the high road.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure there's lots of benefits that we could find inside there. In addition to Grumble Snatch, and it's the right thing to do. Come, party! This is clearly a moral choice decision, with no ulterior motives.
I like your thinking, Bumbletoes.
You
say this as
the dwarf is still crying.
All right, now the way I reckon it,
The dwarf was like, "Wow, this halfling's a terrible actor. He could never make it on the streets."
the way the way I reckon it, we could sneak up that creek and climb it, go into the cave that way.
I don't think we can swim in chainmail.
Maybe you should take off your chainmail.
I'm not tall enough to like walk on the bottom of it.
Oh, that's true.
How far across is it?
You could basically jump across it. It's just 7
Yeah,
feet.
how far across is it?
Yeah, 7 feet from side to side.
7. I can jump across it. Everyone can jump across it.
Yeah.
Is there really no? You don't have to roll an athletics check to jump.
No, you don't need to roll an adventure. You need 10 feet to run before you jump your strength ability in feet.
Yeah.
You can even do more, like you can do more than that, but you do need an acrobatics check for that. Or athletics, sorry.
Okay. Well, guys, I think we should send someone up the creek, go as far inside as they can, and see what they can find out. See if there's anyone watching from the entrance.
I think you just volunteered yourself.
You guys,
I think I should go. This could get hairy.
you're not going to be.
If there are goblins on guard,
Okay, you're not going to
I
sink
would
in your
rather it be
armor.
me that face them alone. Sink. I step back 10 feet, get a running start, and leap twice the length of the river in a single bound.
I catch my head in exasperation. God, he's with the heroics. God, now every goblin in the 30 miles is going to hear him coming.
Yes, indeed. All right, so axe in hand, I approach the entrance to the cave.
I take notes on how to act heroic.
Okay, you approach the entrance of this cave, but you see to your right that on the east side of the stream flowing from the cave mouth, a small area in the briar thickets has been hollowed out to form a lookout post or blind. Wooden planks flatten out the briars and provide room for guards to lie hidden and watch the area, including a pair of goblins that are looking at you right now.
How far away is this from me? Let's roll initiative.
They are 20 feet from you, but they do shoot you before because they heard you jump.
Well, why don't we just take our
Okay.
first break and come back in a few minutes and
Yes, I get-
find out how this goes down?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Do the goblins take their revenge?
Okay, see you guys in just a few minutes. Bye-bye.